This is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming at you from the D2, D3 JV State Championships at Co-Brown Northwood Academy. This year's Meet Hub is brought to you by Bees Tees over in Keene and a new location in Manchester as well. Looks like we're about to get the start as the gun comes up. And they're off! Your boys JV. For D2, we can expect to see some strong performances from Oyster River and Co-Brown, Wyndham, Hanover, as well as Bow.
And speaking of Bow, they're right to the front. Three guys, Co-Brown's out there.
All these boys battling it out. And we can see our leaders coming past those trees now. Nikhil out in front from Co-Brown. Looks like he's got some company though. A couple from Wyndham.
Look at this, Theo Fleischer who's with them right now. And then another Co-Brown, two Wyndhams. A lot of Oyster River and Co-Brown.
Four for Co-Brown, four for Wyndham, four for Oyster River, and then Co-Brown, Wyndham.
Is Co-Brown, Oyster River, or Wyndham?
That's gonna be close.
More Wyndham.
David Sauter.
Still early on though, you can see
Sauhegan with a pack of 5. Messina, Co-Brown, Wyndham, Co-Brown, Bow, Wyndham. Conval sneaking in, Lebanon, Oyster River, Messina. And we just get a big group coming through now.
I think I see Sunny, Nomula.
Again, we're a little early at this point in the race.
the St. Thomas pack right here.
And good to see teams working together when we do see that. It's funny though, I don't think I've ever seen this much grouping from teams.
Yeah. Trinity, Sanborn.
And with the pace that these top few teams are going out, we're gonna go ahead and move to a little bit past the mile, see what we can find out. And here comes our leader, Nikhil, coming through the mile about 5:38. Again, we're a little bit past that mile. This is their first hard uphill.
He has company though.
Yeah, no separation at this point.
Good job, Theo!
Again with the 5K, third of the way through right here.
That's Charles set with him, Theo Fleischer, and then
similar to what we saw before in terms of team-wise. Co-Brown, Wyndham, Sauhegan, Oyster River.
no way to tell who's in the lead right now.
It's between Wyndham, Co-Brown, and Oyster River right now. Both teams, all three teams looking really strong.
We did see in the girls' race, Sauhegan was pretty far back to start and they moved up.
This is a second half course, so.
And it does look like Sauhegan is positioned where they could make that move. The question is it just a little bit too far
There's too
back?
many in front of them. They're fourth right now, I'd imagine, so I think it's just too far to make up right now.
Wouldn't be surprised if they did move up in that team standings based off of how the girls went. But again, you know, there's a lot of those guys, small groups, small numbers up front.
The pace is definitely fast, so the race is going to get strung out, so it's going to be hard to run as a pack, too.
And that first mile is pretty fast.
Second mile is the grind. That's where the whole race happens.
Yeah, looking to start getting some separation here as they come up this uphill. A couple of passes starting to get from 3-4 wide to 1-2 wide, especially when they get to this turn where we are.
And the thing is, on this course, if you don't get out hard, you're going to have a bad spot.
Again, like we talked about, a lot of girls cheering for their team. Saw that in the girls' race. So again, that team camaraderie can really help out and really boost you up at times, especially hard points in the race.
Nice job, Brandy. Good work, Tony.
Looks like most of the group is past us. We're gonna go ahead A little bit before that 2 miles, see how that lead is looking. Crowd noise picking up. That means we've got a leader coming around. Cole Brown, Nick L on his home course.
Let's go, Nick L.
About 10 meters on Wyndham.
Charles from Wyndham.
So we see those top two kind of breaking away a bit.
3-4 from Wyndham.
That's 2 or 3 from Wyndham.
That's
1 for Oyster River.
Samuel and Jack. And
Wyndham's third. Cole Brown's number 2, 3, and 4. Souhegan with a runner. Oyster River with another. Wyndham looking like the team to beat right now. Need a Cole Brown jersey to make it competitive. Oyster River. Souhegan. There's Cole Brown. Souhegan again kicking it in. Oyster River. Souhegan with another pair. Cole Brown, Wyndham racing each other. Another Wyndham behind. Again, we're looking at teams with depth, doing well. Cole Brown, Bo.
more Cole Brown, more Wyndham. More Oyster River.
Again, right now we're a little bit in front of that 2 mile mark, about 200, 400 meters away.
Lebanon. More Oyster River, more Wyndham.
Come on, do it.
Another bow.
Big pack, big pack.
How many is that?
Get that place.
Again, right now, Wyndham team to beat, but it could come down to the math and the numbers.
Come on, Nate, let's go.
Still got more than a mile left, so nothing's final yet.
There's a close race up front.
Yeah, and when it's close, I mean, this is a home course. They do workouts on this course. They know it well. That could end up being a factor.
So right now, if I had to guess, I would say it's Wyndham out front, and then Cole Brown next, and Oyster River and Souhegan.
Yeah, Oyster River, Souhegan, I think might be pretty close for third. Before it was looking like Oyster River. Could have been Souhegan because they had a good group there. I think this is making for a pretty exciting race up front as the individuals as well as team-wise.
Come on, Randy, let's
This
go,
point
Randy.
could be anyone. And with those big numbers past us, energy building amongst the crowd, we're gonna go ahead, get to our next spot so we can see what's happening.
Here we got Nick Hill,
Come on, Nick Hill.
of Cole Brown leading the race. He's got to throw down the hammer though. We got Wyndham close behind. Wyndham's coming though.
Last time, Sunday.
He's looking really good. He's getting some good coaching.
Let's go, Wyndham! Come on, boys! 800 to go!
There's another Wyndham runner in third place.
Let's go, Jack!
Yeah, Wyndham's definitely looking strong today.
And another Wyndham in fourth place.
Let's go, guys!
So that's going to be 3 Wyndham to Cole Brown's 1.
Come on, John, let's go! Come on, Manny!
We got Cole Brown coming through with the
Cole
Oyster
Brown
River.
number
This
2.
Cole Brown kid's going to have to move up. Another Cole Brown.
Is that Wyndham number 3?
That's 4 Wyndham and 3 Cole Brown. We've seen 1 Oyster River.
That's
Come on, Patrick!
4 Wyndham.
We got South
That's
Keegan.
5 Wyndham.
Gotta get him. That's 4.
He's yours, Patrick. He's
We got another Cole Brown coming through.
Oyster River looking good.
We're having 3 Oyster River.
Souhegan looking
Coach
good
Cox,
as
happy
always.
as always.
Beautiful downhill running, Ben. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice.
You're doing great, Ben.
Come on, Danny.
As we thought was going to happen, Souhegan has moved up.
Come on.
Oh my
Andrew
God.
Strong.
Now we've seen 4 Souhegan, 5 or 6 Cole Brown.
Wow.
We've seen 5 Wyndham.
Souhegan might steal this.
We're about 800 meters away from the finish
Cole
line.
Brown needs to pick it up if they want to get this.
It's a good chance.
This race is definitely
Cole
really
Brown's doing
intense right
amazing.
now. We got David
Stater coming
Sauter.
Last time you're on the score
Fan
this
favorite.
season. Open up!
We got another Cole Brown coming through with a Wyndham.
Ross, let's go.
Cooper, take them!
We got another Oyster River. We have a lot of Wyndham. They're going to be displacing the Cole Brown and the rest of the kids.
We got another Sanborn, followed by Cole Brown.
We got Liam Wheeler.
Adam, nice
Trinity.
work. Fix those arms. You're going to open up on this downhill.
Oyster
You've got
River,
800
Bow,
meters left.
Wyndham, all coming
Take
through.
each one. Adam, there's no time left.
Good job, Dylan.
Very talented Co-Brown freshman coming through.
Yep.
His name's Dylan.
Go, Adam.
It's definitely a fast day to race. Good conditions, good weather.
Couldn't have asked for better weather today.
You're going to take him by the edge.
Great course to have the
Go,
state
Tatum,
meet
go.
on.
800
If
left.
I was a senior running my last state meet, I'd be pretty happy
Here
with
we
this
go,
weather.
Gav. Gav, you're focused on these three now. You've got 800 left.
Speaking of seniors,
Here
This
comes
is
Mac
Max
Lupinacci.
Gavin, get with Matt. Adam, get with him. You guys need to get this pack.
Sanjith Nomula coming up right here.
Yeah, we got
Captain of the
Sonny
Co-Brown
D.
team.
He's ripping. We got a Conval. Got some more Salhegan.
Gavin,
All right, we'll see you guys at the finish.
And our leaders now on the track.
This
That
is a
is
great time.
Nikhil.
He broke away that last mile.
Oh, and here's second. Looking to chase him down, but not enough real
Wyndham who was
estate.
second.
Good job, good job. Good job. Great job, great job.
Great race. 1831.
Good job, Wyndham. Good job.
And Charles Set of Wyndham.
So Co-Brown with 1 point, Wyndham with 2 right now, and that's what we get to talk about because they broke away so much.
Yep. Wyndham is 3 and 4, I believe. Yep.
So teammates racing against each other, followed by
Oyster River and another Wyndham. Wyndham
that's another
maybe?
Wyndham, so
Yep.
that's 4 for Wyndham. Co-Brown with a pair.
Let's go.
Good finish for Wyndham. 1902.
We got some Wyndham.
We're gonna have number 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Good job.
They just need a 5th. Oyster River 6th. Co-Brown's gonna have 1, and then 7, 8. And here's Wyndham's 5th. They're
So-
gonna win this easy.
Wyndham takes it.
We got a kick from Oyster River.
Got another Salhegan Oyster River Co-Brown teams we were watching.
This is Oyster River. This could be a good battle here. Yep. So Salhegan's first comes in.
This is
Oyster
Co-Brown's
River's
number
2.
4.
Boys.
And I see they're 5th in the track.
Salhegan, Oyster River, Co-Brown.
Another Salhegan, another Oyster River, another Co-Brown. So
Right
Wyndham
now,
wins it.
Salhegan-
Co-Brown second.
So Salhegan had 2, Oyster River 3, Salhegan's
Salhegan's
3.
got 5 with this
Yep,
one.
5. This is Oyster River's 4th. It'll be very close for 3rd.
Yeah, so that one could come down to the math. Very intense atmosphere here now.
Where's Oyster River's 5th? I don't see him yet.
Yeah, unless they snuck past us, it's looking pretty good for Salhegan in that
Yeah.
3rd spot.
Oyster River had one guy a bit further up, but now their 5th is a bit further back.
Overall, pretty good race though.
Yeah, good times today. And there's
Especially-
Oyster River's 5th.
You looked at those individual battles as well. Nikhil led it the whole way, but Charles
Yeah.
was right there with him.
And who knows what happened in after the 2 mile as well. He could have made a move to catch him, and then Nikhil broke away. You
Absolutely.
never know.
Now again, really good looking performance from a lot of these JV teams. Great race to the line there. A lot of these boys looking for every spot they can, every second that ticks by. They want to get under a certain time. Everyone looking at PR. Hard course to do it on today.
Right now, though, the weather's looking pretty nice for a PR.
Yeah, it's cooled down a little bit more for these boys. Can see them working though.
We see a ton of Co-Brown and Wyndham, and here's a battle between Bow and Lebanon.
Yeah, good battle there.
Yep.
Salhegan, Co-Brown, Oyster River, Conval.
It's more Wyndham and
Co-Brown passing
Good
Wyndham.
kick.
Salhegan, Bow.
This is the last race of the season for these guys, giving it all they got. Here's 2 Co-Browns coming together. Then a Conval, a St. Scenic, Salhegan, St. Thomas.
Big rush at the 22-minute mark.
a bit of a gap here, and we got some more Co-Brown coming in.
Yeah, a lot of good-looking kicks. Something tells me as they get a little bit older, these kicks might get a little bit slower as
Yeah,
they figure
exactly.
out more efficient ways to run, but that's all part of the process.
And one more thing is that we see huge teams coming in, and this really shows the depth of each team. It really shows that these teams can compete at the varsity level as well, making the comparisons from JV to varsity, as we see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about team size, that definitely helps you out at the varsity level. You think about who's excelling today, think about training and peaking.
And also consider that, these guys, while they're racing hard today, will be racing in the varsity races next year.
A lot of them will be coming back next year to be in varsity. Some will be JV. Some will graduate. There are seniors on these teams that have worked hard. They do it for themselves, their teammates. I mean, even if you are that 8th guy on your team who doesn't necessarily get to compete at those varsity meets, you're doing the workouts with them.
Exactly.
You're helping your teammates through. I always tell the athletes, it's like, hey, you practice with them, you help them through all those workouts. You are just as much a part of that team. In that element, you can take pride in your varsity team doing well.
And the biggest thing is that sometimes you see a varsity guy go down, and these guys who are training really hard, keeping going throughout the season, even on JV, can come in and be on a varsity team and really do well.
Yeah, and that's a good point to mention. At this point, none of these guys are their top 7. However, they still can be on that varsity team come state meet if they do have an injury or something like that. So some of these top guys, they might be done, they might not. They're going to keep training, doing what they can do as that 8th, 9th person to support their team. I know a lot of times that number 8, number 9, they keep training all the way through divisions, meet a champs, New England's, and beyond if the team is that fortunate to continue their season.
And from my personal experience, having guys who are still training with me, it really helps out,
Oh, absolutely.
have people who are encouraging you and supporting you in your races. It's awesome to see.
Anyone who's ever run alone and run with a team knows the difference that those runs, when you're out with teammates, they go by so much faster, they're so much easier to do. You always have someone pushing you.
And relating to that, with this being just a JV meet, we had the varsity teams all out here cheering for their teams, whereas normally they have a race later on and wouldn't be able to cheer them on, but now we have, everyone who's racing in that state championship next week coming out here to cheer on their teammates as they come in. So we see a battle between Sauhegan and Messinic.
Yeah, JV States is always a pretty special occasion. A lot of times the varsity team, like you said, will travel with the JV. We'll see them ahead of time doing a workout on the course, and then when it comes race time for JV, they're out there on the course running around, cheering them on, giving them all the energy that they can.
And the same thing goes for States as well when the JV team comes out to watch and cheer on the team.
Oh, I'm excited for this year at States. Last year we were missing the spectators. This year I think it's going to be wild.
It feels all normal again, which is really exciting.
Nice little kick from St. Thomas over Trinity. Bo coming through as well. And it looks like we have the majority of the runners through. So once again, this is NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, powered by Runners Alley. Meet Hub today brought to you by Bees Tees. This has been your D2 and D3 JV Boys State Championship.